Now, there are two basic phenomena that work for the earth. One is rotation and other is revolution. These two are the movement of earth. Rotation means spinning on its axis. The movement of the earth on its axis is called rotation. It takes 24 hours to complete one rotation, and this rotation causes day and night. Other movement is revolution. The movement of the earth around the sun is called revolution. The earth takes 365 days to complete one revolution. It causes the change of seasons. Now next is main latitudes. Here you can see the imaginary line is drawn in the center of the earth surface. This imaginary line is called equator. So you have the 0 degree, which is the equator. North and south of equator you have two major lines that are important both in the north hemisphere and the south hemisphere. So you have the equator, north of it 23 degree north you have the Tropic of Cancer, and 23.5 degrees south you have Tropic of Capricorn. Then you have 66.5 degrees south the Antarctica Circle, and the north you have Arctic Circle. Now the region between Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn, that's 23.5 degree north south of equator, would be known as torrid zone. The region between Tropic of Cancer and Arctic Circle in the north and Capricorn and Antarctica Circle in the south would be known as the temperate zone. Since the temperature would be moderate, and finally our Arctic Circle to the south pole, that 66.5 degree to 90 degrees north and south would be known as the frigid zones. So these are the cool zones. So if we try to divide earth into various zones, we have three basic zones, that is the torrid zone, temperate zone and the frigid zone. Towards the poles, the lines that run parallel to the earth, that is horizontally, are known as latitudes or parallels, and these run east to west. There are 181 latitudes on the earth. Now the lines that runs vertically north to south are known as longitudes. They are also known as meridians. So as we see here in pic, you can have 360 lines that cover the complete earth. So you have 1 degree line for 360 degrees. So 1 degree will include 4 minutes. So you would have 4 minutes for 360 degrees. So if we calculate, you would have 24 hours, and we say one rotation is completed in 24 hours. So you have longitudes which are known as meridians. They run north and south. The meridian which runs 0 degree is known as prime meridian or the Greenwich meridian. It is taken as the standard reference point. 0 degree longitude which passes through Greenwich city of England is called Greenwich line. It is taken as the standard reference point. Nowadays the Greenwich meridian is called as UTC, that is the Coordinated Universal Time. Now the line directly opposite to the 0 degree, which is one would now the line directly opposite to the 0 degree, which is one would be 180 degrees, and this 180 degree line would be known as international date line. And why we call it date line is because as we move east or west from the date line, you have the date that changes. For example, if I say today is 4th of August, here it would be 5th of August. So you would have changes in the day as you cross the international date line. Not in the case with the Greenwich meridian. Next, GPS. GPS means Global Positioning System. With the help of GPS, we come to know the latitudinal and longitudinal location of any place through mobile phones and Google Earth. Next is revolution. Sun enters Makar Rashi on 14th January, so it is called Makar Sankranti. The direct rays of the sun begin to fall towards north of equator. Thus, northern solstice occurs on 22nd December. Then, Dakshinian. From 22nd June, the direct rays of the sun shift from Tropic of Cancer towards south of equator. It is called Dakshiyan. Then 21st March and 21st September are called equinoxes, as both of the days have similar day and nights. Now, what is this equinox? Sun and the equator intersect each other twice in a year, and this intersection is called equinox. During equinox, sun moves towards northern hemisphere. So from 22nd March, length of days increases and nights become short. On 21st June, longest day and shortest night is experienced in northern hemisphere. As the sun moves towards southern hemisphere from 24th September, length of the days start increasing and nights become shorter. And on 22nd December, days are longest and nights are shortest in southern hemisphere. During the year, on 21st March and 23rd September, sun rays fall straight on equator, because of which nights and days are equal, and it is called equinoxes. Now next is eclipse. As you know that we get light from sun and moon, and you also know that sun is self-illuminated and shines brightly. Self-illuminated means sun has its own light, while the moon does not have its own light, and it is illuminated with the light of the sun. The illuminated part is seen on earth on different days. So when moon or the sun seem to be completely or partially disappearing, because one of them in passing between the other and the earth, in such situation it is called eclipse. So there are two types of eclipse: solar eclipse and lunar eclipse. The first is solar eclipse. Sometimes while revolving moon comes between sun and earth. At this time, as the shadow of moon constrains sun is not visible, this event is called solar eclipse. Means when the moon is close to earth, it revolves around the earth. But sometimes what happens, that while revolving, the moon comes between sun and earth, and at this time, as the shadow of moon constrains, the sun is not visible, and this event is called solar eclipse. And as the moon is very small as compared to sun, it cannot cover the whole sun. Thus, solar eclipse cannot be seen all over the world together, and it occurs on no moon day, but this even doesn't take place on every no moon day. Next is lunar eclipse. Moon gets light from the sun. So thus, if the sun rays going towards moon are obstructed by the earth, then the part of moon remains dark. In nutshell, that much part of earth's shadow falls on moon. This part is not visible to us, which is called lunar eclipse. Such event occurs on full moon night, but such events do not take place on every full moon night. So here I am concluding the chapter. If you have any query regarding this chapter, feel free to ask in interactive video session of ours, which is coming soon, and you will get the notification too. So till then, stay home, stay safe. Bye bye. Take care.